Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Great League Remix. So let's see what team we're running. We're going to be trying the Charjabug paired with the Poliwrath and Vigoroth here. Charjabug here is doing some decent neutral damage towards this Hitmontop. Charjabug is supposed to protect against potential fighters and flyers in the back. So we're just going to stay in. We know Hitmontop can no Stonish, so that's why you invest the shield here. We get them to switch out into the double. This double here potentially can no Wild Charge, potentially can no Payback. We don't know yet. We're going to let the first one go through. They go for the Body Slam, and we're going to go for the Icy Wind bait right here with our Poliwrath. This Poliwrath here does debuff, and it looks like they are going to be able to get to another move here. Could be the Wild Charge, could be something. Okay, they end up going for the Wild Charge, so they were able to flip the switch right there. But honestly, we're still okay here because we know that this Charjabug can get an extra Volt switch in. Plus, we have the energy advantage, and we have Vigoroth in the back. That's pretty neutral against that lowered health Hitmontop. So they decide to come in with the Abomasnow here. We're going to force them to use a shield, and then they're going to use a energy ball back at our Vigoroth right here. It was a CAP tie, so they were able to take advantage of that. And then here we're going to throw the Body Slam as soon as we have it, because we know that it's either going to KO the Abomasnow or it's going to KO the Hitmontop because they have no shields, and down goes the Hitmontop. And then we're going to be able to use this Vigoroth to farm down this Abomasnow here for the KO. So GG's to our opponent right there, able to win that game. And let's see what we have in the back. So this is a ABB team in the sense that this Charjabug is trying to scare away the flyers and some of the confusion users in the back here. So once again, we get swapped out into the Vigoroth. This Vigoroth is going to be met with our own Poliwrath. This Poliwrath is going to be able to do some super effective counter fast moves, but our opponent here is able to fight back with some Body Slams. We decided to go for this Icy Wind right here to take out this Vigoroth, and that's good and bad that we do win the switch, but it leaves this Poliwrath with a good amount of health for this Jellicent to farm down. So we're going to do our best here to go for as many moves as possible to chip away at this Jellicent. This Jellicent is debuffed right now, so we're going to force him to use some energy. Ends up being a Surf. And now we're going to come back in with our Charjabug. This Charjabug here is going to have to tank a Shadow Ball most likely, but it is debuffed, so it did less damage right here. And then we are met with the Skeledirge in the back. So Skeledirge in the back, not great for our Vigoroth here, but let's see if we can get some shields. Not only are we needing to get rid of 2 shields, but also we are in a high risk reward situation where if we do get the Rock Slide to go off, we do some big damage. If they decide to shield it, it takes us a long time to get back to the next Rock Slide. So right there, we decided to go for the Rock Slide on the second try, and unfortunately they do shield, and now they're going to be able to get to multiple disarming voices. So this is going to KO this Vigoroth easily, and unless we can take them out here with one move, this is going to be GG's. Discharge goes through, does some good neutral damage, but unfortunately not enough damage right here. Maybe if we had Crunch on this Charjabug, it would have taken it out, but I'm not exactly sure. So on to the next game. A little bit unfortunate in the back right there. We did meet kind of a core breaker right there to this Skeledirge. Pretty decent against our Vigoroth and Charjabug combo. Galvantula versus the Charjabug. Very similar typing, very similar attack timing. You can see here they are going to be able to win this CAP time. They go for the lunge right there to debuff us, so we're going to have to do as much chip damage as possible. We do get to the second X Scissor faster, but they were trying to catch a move. But we're just going to throw this Discharge here to do some good damage towards this Poliwrath, and then switch into our own Poliwrath, as we have the health advantage now, and we can resist most of the common moves on the Poliwrath these days. It potentially knows Dynamic Punch, so it doesn't technically resist that. But you can see here, we are able to maintain alignment, and we are able to counter down that Poliwrath. So here we're going to go for this Icy Wind here. Our opponent here is Gonna show the first one, and luckily for us, we have so much energy stored from the past. We are able to get to another Icy Wind, and unfortunately for them, they have a Wall Rain in the back, and our Poliwrath is doing tremendous fast move damage. Plus, we had a Vigoroth in the back, so that was definitely GG's. Okay, so pretty good right here. Let's see what we find in the back. Next, we are met with Charjabug and Swampert here. So this is going to be probably a switch out into the Vigoroth. Okay, so Vigoroth here versus this Swampert, kind of a neutral matchup, but they do have the energy advantage. They go for the Hydro Cannon right there. Hydro Cannon doesn't quite KO. We are going to be able to get to this Body Slam here, and basically we're just going to chip away at this Vigoroth because they do have the health advantage. We know that we can come back in with the Charjabug because this Charjabug is actually trying to avoid their front Pokemon. We know that we can tank any of these moves. The first move from the Vigoroth, and unfortunately we were trying to farm it down, but we do not. So we're just going to let this go, and we're going to use this opportunity to farm down this Vigoroth with our Poliwrath, and we're hoping 2 Shields Poliwrath will be able to win the game, but they have the Charjabug in the back right here, so it was going to be a tough game regardless because they had this Charjabug in the back for both our Poliwrath and Vigoroth. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's see how much damage this... Okay, never mind. It looks like they're going to switch out into this Swampert. This Swampert here is going to have to throw multiple moves as we are resisting the Hydro Cannons right here. Okay, they do throw this Hydro Cannon right here to take us out. And now we know that this Shadow Swampert does win CAP tie versus this Poliwrath. But it was just going to be a tough game to win anyways. So on to the next one. Let's see what we find. So we got Charjabug versus Skarmory. So absolute fantastic move. We don't want to see the Skarmory in the back. They decided to switch out into the Shadow Swampert. We're going to switch out into our Poliwrath. We just learned that we lose CAP tie, so we're not going to throw the move right when we had it. Looks like they go for the Hydro Cannon first, and oh, okay, they're going to be able to stack up on the moves. This Hydro Cannon also doesn't take us out, but they were able to get the CAP right there. Icy Wind goes through, allows us to farm it down, and then we know that they're probably going to come back in with their Skarmory. Trying to get to an Icy Wind here. We do get to the Icy Wind. This is going to debuff this Skarmory. Okay, and then they're going to immediately switch out actually, so they're going to reset their debuff, and then we're going to come back in with our Vigoroth because we don't want this Vigoroth versus that Skarmory. Plus, we have a slight health advantage. And then here we might actually get shield advantage. Okay, we do get the shield advantage. So we're going to switch out immediately. We know that they only could throw Body Slams and Rock Slides most likely. So we're going to invest 1 shield here. We're going to build up to 2 X Scissors. This X Scissor probably will get a shield because they don't want this Skarmory matched up against this Charjabug. And since we have 2 X Scissors stacked up, we're going to go for the back-to-back. KO this Vigoroth, and now this is smooth sailing. So that team right there is pretty standard, makes sense. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.